What's up YouTube? Welcome to Musty Yeti's Tactical HQ. Well, today I got tired of waiting for my Springfield XD9 to show up, so I took a trip down to my local gun shop just to look around. And what do you know what I found? On sale for 350 bucks. Smith & Wesson M&P9 semi-automatic pistol. For the price, guys, I just could not say no to this thing. Yes, it is used, but from what I hear, these things are so well made and constructed so well, it really wasn't an issue for me. So I thought I'd do a little video today, show it to you, tell you a little bit about it. There's a lot to go through here, so bear with me, guys. And I'm going to give you a little Glock warning. I'm going to be doing some comparisons to a Glock. It's not because I think it's the best by any means. It's just because Glocks are popular, they're common, and people can relate to them. So just to warn you. I'm going to start off by telling you what came inside the case. Obviously you have the pistol. You had 2 magazines and total of 3 back straps. One is already on the pistol. While the magazines are out, I'm going to go ahead and do a safety check. As you can see, there's no rounds in the magazine, and the chamber is clear. So we're all safe there. This gun, guys, would probably be best used as a holster gun. For me personally, it's a little heavy for a concealed weapon. It would obviously be good for taking to the range and shooting targets, but would also be good as a home defense weapon. The M&P weighs in at 28.2 ounces with an empty magazine, whereas the Glock 17 weighs in about 25 ounces. Not much of a difference, 3 ounces. It doesn't mean the M&P is less of a gun, it just means it has a little bit more weight behind it, which some people prefer. Like I said, for me, it's just a hair over that weight limit. And besides, like I tell my friends, if I'm going to conceal a weapon on me, it's going to be a 40 caliber, a subcompact, probably a Springfield XD, because those things are just awesome. The pistol has plenty of firepower. The magazine has 17 rounds. Hope you can see it there. One of the huge benefits to having a 9mm, whereas if you had a 40 or a 45, you'd have less rounds in your magazine. I can't speak to the reliability of this thing personally because, like I said, I just got it. I have no trigger time on it. I will say, however, from what I've heard from friends and people on YouTube, this is a very, very reliable and accurate pistol. Some have put it in the same league as Glock and SIG. I've even heard some people say they now prefer their Smith & Wesson over their Glock. So just some food for thought. That might be the case too, guys, because if you take this thing apart and look inside to see how it's built and put together, it's just rock solid fit. When it comes to the way this thing fits in your hands, guys, the ergonomics are excellent. I love the grip angle. I love the grip itself. You have stippling on the back, the front, and the mag release. Don't get me wrong on Glocks, guys. We do own a Glock here in the headquarters. But something about the Glock's grip and grip angle I just don't like. When I grab that thing, I feel like I'm holding onto a piece of wood. The ergos just aren't good for me personally. But the M&P feels great in my hand. Plus, if it seems a little off, the Smith & Wesson comes with those 3 back straps so it can fit better in your hand. And you know, I've heard people say that the back straps are pointless. I don't understand that. Why is something that makes it fit in your hand better, which in turn will probably make you a better shooter and shoot more accurately, why is that a bad thing? I just don't understand those comments. But yeah, back to the gun. Down here we have the takedown lever, or takedown tool, sorry, which also locks your back strap in place. I've also noticed, guys, that this thing helps me to load my magazines. So if you guys are doing competitions or just practice speed reloading, it helps out a lot. I actually like that piece there. As for the controls, you guys have a slide stop here, which is ambidextrous. You also have a magazine release, which isn't 100% ambidextrous, guys, but it can be flipped to the other side for you lefties. You have your takedown lever. You have no external safeties of any kind, guys. Nothing that's going to snag or get in your way. There are great low-profile sights on here that offer a really good sight picture. They have awesome scalp serrations back here on the rear of the slide. These add a very aggressive grip, guys, and it just allows you to actuate your slide easily any way you want to. I definitely prefer these serrations to that of the Glock. That's just my personal choice. It's contoured here in the front for racking your slide or just for getting your holster easier. Along with that, it has a nice low bore axis with a Browning tilting barrel like a Glock. Down low we have a Picatinny rail with 3 slots. It accepts any Picatinny style accessory. like your flashlights or your lasers, so that's good. The trigger is made of a polymer. M&P uses a jointed trigger, whereas Glock and Springfield, let's actually bring that closer, you can see that joint. Whereas Glock and Springfield have that safe action trigger where there's a paddle in the center that needs to be depressed to fire. So very similar but slightly different. It is a striker fire pistol like a Glock, and the trigger has about 6.5 pounds of pull. I've heard the jointed trigger takes some getting used to, guys, so if you're not good in the beginning, don't sweat it, just give it some time, you'll warm up to it. This thing disassembles very easily. You can do it two ways. You can do it like a Glock, where you remove the magazine, you lock the slide back, you rotate your takedown lever, pull the trigger, remove the slide. However, I like to do it like they recommend, where I will remove the magazine, lock the slide back, remove the takedown tool here, and there's a little sear deactivation lever in here you got to pull out. Very simple. See it right there. Rotate your takedown lever, release your slide, and that's all she wrote. Inside here you have the recoil spring in the barrel that disassembles just like a Glock, so it's easy to clean. The thing reassembles just as easily as it disassembles. Put it on the slide, lock that back. That'll pop right back into place. Check it out, make sure everything works okay. Put your takedown tool in, which I seem to forget on a regular basis, and put your magazine in. I've heard some people complain about that whole process, saying they don't like it. I don't mind it. As you see, it didn't take that long whatsoever, and plus it gives you options. I know there's some people that are freaked out about pulling that trigger, so options are never a bad thing. I think that's about it, guys. I can't say enough about this gun. It's just awesome. US company, US made. It's just simple. You pull the trigger, it fires. Excellent gun. I highly recommend anyone who can pick one up. You can't go wrong with it. Smith & Wesson M&P9. As usual, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than willing to answer. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.